All right, here we go. If you haven't already, please put your first and last name on your packet. If you haven't already, please put your first and last name on your packet. The items that, of course, are due this week, we have the warm up, the homework, and the tic tac toe project if you haven't completed that. The essential questions are on the board. What is the difference between linear and nonlinear? That's what we're going to be doing this week. The difference between what's linear and what's nonlinear. We're going to start that today. Describe how to find the slope and the y-intercept of an equation or a table or a line. Okay. And then describe the slope and the y-intercept between 2 points. Okay. Those are the essential questions. The essential questions are also on the board. We had no school Monday and Tuesday. We were out for our Christmas break. Okay. Today is Wednesday, the 4th. The agenda is on the side board. We're going to do the warm up. We're going to write in our planner. I'm going to review equations. I'm going to give you a couple equations to solve. So we're going to do a quick review on that. I'm going to give you a couple equations to do. I've already gone over rules and regs, norms earlier this morning, so we can leave that off the agenda. I'm going to model the difference between linear and nonlinear. So teacher model here, linear and nonlinear, and then we're going to practice, okay?
The door's open.
Yeah, it's open. It's open. Good morning, baby. Shh. All right, our homework for tonight, we need to make sure that we do the homework that's in the packet. You do the homework that's in the packet. We have a help video that you can watch. I'll send that to Remind. Let me see, what is the video? Hold on. Make sure what we're doing. Tuesday, Wednesday. No help video today. If we need it, I'll do one tomorrow. But no help video today. I forgot I have an appointment this afternoon. I ain't going to have time. All right. Planner. Let's take out our planner, write our homework in our planner. Our goal for this week, the front of our planner, writing our goal down for this week. We are in January now. This is the 4th, so we got 1-4. This is 2023. It's weird, 2023. Sheesh, time is flying. All right, so my goal for us this week is to make sure that I complete linear and nonlinear. And I also want to at least do one Desmos activity because I haven't done any Desmos this year. So that's my goal. Your goal, maybe to complete your homework, maybe to study, I don't know. Come up with something that you know you need to work on as it pertains to mathematics. I'm going to pause, give you a chance to write. All right, let's write down our homework. New sheet. We are in week 7. Q2. This is the week of 1/4/23 through 1/6/23. This is Q2, quarter 2, week number 7. Of course, we had no school on Monday and Tuesday. We're down at Wednesday. There's no tutoring this week, no virtual tutoring this week. You have the homework. Make sure you complete your homework and make sure if you haven't already, work on your project. Finish up your project. Finish project. The project is due Friday if you haven't already turned it in. We'll pause for the calls. I'm going to check our planners on Friday, so please make sure that if you don't have a planner, that you write this stuff down. Okay, I have a planner sheet for you. Anybody need a planner sheet? Did I miss anybody? You need a planner sheet. All right, let's look at the warm-up. So for some of the warm-up problems, I'm going to be doing some sample EOG questions. Sometimes I'm going to go back and forth because Ms. Peoples and I were thinking that some of the warm-ups that the district give us, we might need to change it up a little bit. So we're going to switch it up just a little bit. And we're going to do some sample EOG questions, okay? Lisa, you good? Okay. Do you have a question, babe? Okay. All right, so we have triangle LMN. So triangle, start with L, go from L to M to N. This is the triangle that they're talking about. Okay, will be dilated in respect to the origin. The scale factor is 1/2. So that means K is equal to 1/2. The letter for scale factor is K. The question is that we're going to do today for Wednesday is what will the new coordinates be? So we're going to take the scale factor and we're going to multiply 1/2 times all of these ordered pairs here. So I'm going to write the pre-image of the ordered pairs and then multiply each X and Y value by 1/2 to figure out what the new ordered pairs would be. So let's start with L. The ordered pair for L, start at the origin, is negative 1, 2, 3. We move to the left 3 times, and we're going up 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 3 and up 4. So it's negative 3, comma 4. The ordered pair for M is what? What's the ordered pair for M? This time you're going to the right and then going up. What's the ordered pair for M? What is the ordered pair for M? 4. Let's try. Go over. How many times did we go to the right? 1, 2, 3. So it's positive 3 as my X coordinate. And then how far do we go up? 4. So it's positive 3 and positive 4 as my ordered pair for M. Let's write our ordered pair for N. What is the ordered pair for N?
3 and 1.
Very good. We went over to the right 3 and up 1. So it's 3, comma 1. This is my pre-image before the move. Now we want to know what the image is after we dilate it at 1/2. So we got L prime, M prime, N prime. So we're going to multiply 1/2 times each, the X and the Y. What's half of a negative 3? Negative 1.5. What is half of 4? 2. What is half of positive 3? 1.5. What is half of 4? 2. Then see if you can get N by yourself and then choose the correct answer down here. And I'm going to pause for the calls. All right. What's the new location for N? What's half of 3? 1.5. You're multiplying. You said you got to divide there. Okay, baby. All right. And then what's half of 1?
0.5.
Very good. 0.5. Or you said 0.5. Same thing. Okay. So now which one of these answer choices? Which one of these is the answer choice? A, B, C, or D? C. Okay. C. All right. Let's look at the next page, please. I'm going to pause just for a second. Turn over to the next page. We're going to review some equations. Oh, we're doing that tomorrow. So here we go. We're going to do a couple of these. Let's do number 1. We're going to solve the equation. All right, in order to get n by itself, we have to combine the n's together. We don't have distributive property because that's first. So skip that step. Combine like terms. What's 4n minus 2n? What's 4n minus 2n? I'll pause for the cause. 2n. So we have 2n here is equal to 4. Okay? Now what do we do to get n by itself? How do we get rid of the 2 that is attached to the n by multiplication? What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So we're going to divide both sides by what number? What number are we going to divide both sides by to get n or the variable by itself? No. 2. So we're going to divide both sides of the equation by 2. What is 2 divided by 2? How many times will 2 go into 2? Somebody said it. 1. So this is 1n or just n. What is 4 divided by 2? 2. So n here is equal to 2. Let's look at number 2. Let's combine like terms on this side here first because we don't have distributive property. What terms can we combine over here? What terms are alike on this side of the equal sign? 5v and 2v. Let's add those together. Write this down. Come on, Tamir. What is 5v plus 2v? 7v. Okay. So we're going to bring down the negative 12, bring down the equal, bring down the 2, and this is a positive 7v. Last section, if you have to go to the restroom, let's go with this time. All right, so now what are we going to do to isolate the variable? What are we going to do to get v by itself? Which one of these numbers do we move first, 2 or 7? 2. How do you move a positive 2? Very good. You're going to subtract 2. Do the inverse of a positive 2, which is a negative 2. You have a calculator if you have forgotten. What is negative 12 minus 2? What is negative 12 minus 2? Negative 14. Bring down the equal. What is 2 minus 2? 0. So we're left with this positive 7v. The operation that's automatically between a number and a variable, the coefficient and a variable, is multiplication. What is the inverse or the opposite of multiplication? Divide. So in order to get rid of the 7 that's attached by multiplication, we're going to divide both sides by a positive 7. What is negative 14 divided by a positive 7? Negative 2. Very good, Ricardo. Bring down the equal sign. How many times will 7 go into 7? 1. So this is 1v or just v. Same thing. I'm going to pause for the cause. All right. I want you to try. Let's do number 7 down here. Well, actually number 8, and then you do number 7. The ones that I want you to do, I want you to do number 3 on your own. I want you to do number 5 on your own, and I want you to do number 7. Those are the 3 I want you to do on your own. I'm going to do number 8 at this time. Okay. With number 8, the first step is distributive property. So we're going to multiply the negative 3 times both numbers in the parentheses. Please draw your arrows to indicate that you're going to multiply this negative 3 times each of the terms in the parentheses. Use your calculator if you have forgotten. What is negative 3 times 4? Negative 12. So we have negative 12R. Giovanni, write this down, baby. Is that right? Did I say your name right? Okay. Let's multiply negative 3 times a negative 8. If you've forgotten, type it in. What's negative 3 times a negative 8? Type it in if you forgot. Say again, somebody said? Positive or negative? Positive. Bring down the equal sign. Bring down the negative 36. So distributive property is first. Write this down, please. Alyssa, you write this down, baby? Okay. Now we're going to isolate the variable. We're going to get R by itself. Which of these numbers do we move first? The negative 12 or the positive 24? Very good, Ricardo. The positive 24. How do you move a positive 24? Very good. You're going to subtract 24 on both sides. (24 minus 24 is 0. This is gone. And we're left with this negative 12R. Negative 36 minus 24. If you forgot how to do it, type it in your calculator. What's a negative 36 minus 24? Negative 60. Good job. Now what are we going to do to get R by itself? Divide. What are we going to divide both sides by? The negative 12. A negative 12 goes into a negative 12 how many times? Once. So this is 1R or just R. What's a negative divided by a negative? This is a positive. How many times will 12 go into 60? 5 times. Tamir, write this down, babe. I'm going to pause to give you a chance to copy. I need you to do 3, 5, and 7 on your own. I need you to do 3, 5, and 7 on your own. I'm going to pause for the calls to give you a chance to write this down, but I need you to do 3, 5, and 7 on your own. Okay, so the very first one, number 3, the first one I asked you to do, what did you do first? What are you doing first? Hayden, what did you do first in number 3? Okay, it was the very first one, y'all. Come on, y'all gotta do better than that. I'll pause again. All right, Kason, what did you do first in number 3? All right, so you combine like terms here. The like terms is the 1x and the minus 5x. What is 1x minus 5x? What is 1x minus the 5x? That is negative 4x. So we got 3 here is equal to a negative 4x. And I'm going to bring down the plus 3. So combine like terms first. All right, so now what's the next step? What do you do after that? What are we going to do? After we combine the like terms, now how do we get x by itself? What do we move first? The negative 4 or the 3? The 3. Always get rid of the number that's not directly attached to the variable that you're trying to isolate. How do I get rid of a positive 3? I subtract 3 on both sides. What's 3 minus 3? This is 0. Bring down the equal. This is gone, and I'm left with negative 4x. What operation is automatically between -4 and x? Not division, multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplication? So what are we going to do to get rid of the -4 that's attached to x by multiplication? Divide. You're going to divide both sides by a -4. 0 divided by a -4. What's 0 divided by a -4? 0. Very good, babe. Okay. Number 5. What did you do first here, Arturo? What did you do first? Y'all are slacking like it ain't nobody's business. Put your packet in your notebook, your folder. I said notebook, sorry, folder. Alyssa, what you need, baby? Can't go to your locker. All right, please make sure that you have your calculator because we're going to need it for what we're doing. We're going to clear our calculator. How do you clear your calculator again, Ms. Reyes? It's second plus 7, 1, 2. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Second plus 7, 1, 2. Hold it up so I can see that you've cleared it. It's second plus 7, 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Second plus 7, 1, 2. We do need our calculator for what we're doing today. Please make sure it's cleared. Hold it up so I can make sure that everybody knows how to clear it. You should see RAM, which stands for Random Access Memory. Okay, that's all the stuff that you type in. Make sure that it's cleared. Don't take it from him. Atiana, show him how to do it, but he needs to know how to do it on his own, okay? Okay, so today we're going to work on how to identify linear and nonlinear. This is page 22. In the corner, put Q2 for quarter 2. And then we're labeling this as page 22. The title of page 22 is linear versus nonlinear. Pause to give you a chance to write. All right, so a linear equation or a linear function are lines that are straight, perfect straight lines. So linear means it's a perfect straight line. So we got a linear equation. Linear equations graph straight lines. They have constant rates of change. So the rate of change is the same, doesn't fluctuate. The rates of change are the same. They have constant rates of change. Another word for rate of change that we're going to talk about tomorrow is slope. So in parentheses, I'm going to write the word slope. Mm-hmm. Is that good? Is that good? Mm-hmm. And pause, give you a chance to write. Linear equations are equations that graph straight lines. Equations that graph straight lines. They have constant rates of change. They graph straight lines. They graph straight lines. Miss Reyes, what does that look like? It looks like this, okay? We're going to do 4 little graphs. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 4 examples. The x-axis goes from left to right number line, y-axis up and down, vertical number line. X-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis. X-axis left to right, the horizontal number line, y-axis up and down, the vertical number line. We're going to do 4 different examples of a linear equation. These are equations that graph straight lines. So the lines are perfectly straight. You have lines that are straight, that go up. They have positive slopes. You have lines that go down. They have negative rate of change or a negative slope. You have maybe a flat line. It lays flat, or a horizontal straight line. It doesn't have any slope to it, no steepness to it at all. And then you have vertical lines that go straight up and down. All of these are examples of linear equations. They are perfect straight lines. Nonlinear equations are equations that do not graph straight lines. So now we have nonlinear. Equations that do not graph straight lines. Do not graph straight lines. There's no constant rate of change in these examples. Do not graph straight lines. These are classified as nonlinear when it doesn't graph a straight line. As nonlinear if it doesn't graph a straight line. Let's do a couple examples. Okay. Again, we'll do 4. Draw 4 little coordinate planes, x-axis, y-axis. The x-axis is the horizontal number line. Your y-axis is your vertical number line. X-axis and y-axis. X left to right, y up and down. X left to right, y up and down. X left to right, y up and down. Left to right is horizontal, up and down is vertical. We're going to do 4 examples of a nonlinear function. All right, so let's do 4 examples of nonlinear. Okay, these are equations. When you graph these equations, they do not form a straight line. So maybe they form what you call a U-shaped line or a parabola. It's not a straight line, so it's nonlinear. That's an example of a nonlinear function. Sometimes you'll see a U-shape or a parabola that is upside down. It's not linear because it doesn't form a perfect straight line. It is non-linear. You might see a few curves. Because it's not a perfect straight line, it is non-linear. You might see a straight line going this way and a straight line going this way. This is non-linear because it's not a consistent straight line. It's straight here and then it goes back up this way. This is non-linear because it's not a perfect straight line. Gonna pause for the calls. All right, let's graph some equations to see if the equations that we graph are going to be a straight line. Okay, so let's try these. We're going to graph some equations. Ooh, Miss Reyes. We're going to graph some equations in the calculator to determine if it's a linear or nonlinear. We've already cleared the calculator. So when we are graphing an equation in the calculator, the first thing we do is press the y equals button. Okay, so let me put the steps at the top just in case you forget. So when you're graphing, it's very simplistic. The first thing that you're going to do is press your y equals button. You're going to type in the equation. And you can from there press graph. You may have to change the window range, okay? But for right now, we're just going to focus on equations that'll be in that 10-10 range. Your calculator is automatically going to go over to -10 here, +10 here, -10 down this way, +10 up this way. This is what your window in your calculator is automatically going to look like. If you want more space, you have to change the window to get more space. We'll talk about that at another time. I'm going to pause to give you a chance to write. All right, so now we're going to do some examples. We're going to type in the equation y is equal to 2x plus 1 using the steps, okay? Let's turn our calculator on. We've already got it cleared. Put your calculator in front of you. Now we're going to press the y equals button. That's the first button on the calculator at the top right here. Press this button. Hold it up so I can make sure that you're on the correct screen. This is where you'll type in the equations to graph. Very good, Isaac. Where's your calculator? Jaden, where's your calc?
What number are you doing?
Just get another one, babe. Anybody got number 20? It was up there earlier. Anybody got 21? Okay, somebody's got the wrong calculator. Make sure we pick up the right calculators, okay? All right, so now let's type in y is already there. Ms. Reyes, what are these numbers? These are subscripts. These are just letting you know that you can type in more than one equation at a time. You can type in multiple equations at the same time. So these numbers don't mean anything other than to let you know you can type in more than one equation. The y is already there. The equal is already there. So press 2. X is right beside the green alpha button. This is where your X is. And then +1. This is how you type in the equation. Hold it up so I can make sure that everybody has their equation. Press on. Okay, very good. Here, you got it. All right, you got the wrong. You press the times button. You go back and press the X. That's times. That's not X. So you see, go back up to this line. X is right here. Press this button, please. That's X, okay? All right, you got it, baby. You got it? Good. Very good. You got it. You got it. You got it. All right, now press the graph button. Very good, child. Press graph. Where is graph, Miss Reyes? Graph is all the way on the end right here. Press the graph button. All right, let's look at the line. Is that a straight line?
Yes.
Yes, it is. The calculator, it's a computer. It's an older model. This is a perfect straight line to the calculator, okay? So this is linear. So beside this equation, we're going to put linear. So because it graphed a straight line, it is linear. Let's do number 2. Let's type in y. Let's clear this out. Y is equal to, write this down. This time, let's do negative 3x minus 8. Let's type this in. Go to y equals. Clear whatever's there, just clear it. Okay, Miss Reyes, how do you type in y? Y is already there. How do you type in equal? Equal is already there. So now we're typing in negative 3. Don't type in a minus for a negative. Type in the negative right here beside the enter button. This is negative 3. Where is x? Where is x? Where is x? Beside the alpha button. Right here is x. And then we're going to press minus, because that is a minus now, minus 8. Do you see the difference between what a negative looks like and what a minus looks like? Okay. Now we're going to press what button? We're going to press graph. Is this a straight line? Yes, this is linear. So negative, positive doesn't have anything to do with the fact that makes it a straight line, okay? All right, let's do the next one. Let's do y is equal to, let's switch the order on these. Let's put 7 plus 5x. Any predictions? Do y'all think it's going to graph a straight line? Yes or no?
No.
All right, go to y equals and clear it. Type in 7 plus 5x. Type it in, press graph, hold it up so I can see it. Is it linear, yes or no? It is linear. So you need to practice typing it in, please. Press y equals. Okay, then type it in. Make sure you write it correctly, okay? Do you see this? Press enter. I'm sorry, press graph. This is a straight line. So this is going to be what? Linear. All right, let's do this one. I'm going to skip a line. Number 4. Y is equal to x squared plus 1. Any predictions? You think it's linear or non-linear? What do you think? Make a prediction. You think it's non? Okay. Go to y equals clear. Press X. Where do you get the square from, Ms. Reyes? The square is right here beside the comma. Right here. That's squared. It's right beside the comma in the calculator. Now we have plus 1. Press graph. Hold it up so I can see it. Very good. Hold it up. Very good, babe. Very good, Jamani. Very good. Type this in, baby. Very good, Kason. Very good. Very good. Come on, type it in. Very good, baby. Very good. Very good. Is this linear or non-linear?
Non-linear.
This is non-linear because it doesn't graph. It doesn't graph a straight line. This one is non-linear. Okay, so you can't have an exponent on x. Okay, 5. Type this one in. Let's put 5 divided by x. Put x on the bottom. minus 3. All right, so how do you write this as a fraction, Miss Reyes? Clear? We got parentheses right here above the 8. 5 divided by x, close parentheses. Minus 3. Graph it. Is that linear or non-linear? Yes, baby? This? Okay. Graph it. What does that give us?
Non-linear.
That's non-linear. You see this? It's not a straight line. This is non-linear. All right, let's put our calculators back. Pick up our cell phones, please. We'll finish this up tomorrow.